We're 10 minutes in, so welcome everybody to the APA draft screen for 2020, February 29th, leap year. What's up? I am pokeaimMD. I'm one of the coaches, and I have with me Envy. He is also another coach, and he will be co-hosting this stream. You can say hi, bro.
What's pop, and good to be back on my Twitch stream.
Red Nose, the answer is smogon.com. It does have some resources on their Pokedex. But, so this is just a singles draft league. The way this works is that there were Pokemon put into tiers or split into points, and you basically get it right there. So you get one Gmax, your tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, another tier 3, a tier 4, and a tier 5. And then you get 4 free picks, which are split into 400 points, basically. But depending on which Gmax you got, you actually got less points. So a tier 1 Gmax would give you minus 40 points, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Yeah, and then the rest of them as well. It'll go from that. So another thing about this league is that the Gmax Pokemon, the way they decided to fix it, because they are overpowered, was they said Gmax Pokemon can only hold Pokeballs. So every week you'll be seeing a different Pokeball on someone's Gmax. The APA is a new draft league. You can do exclamation mark APA. It's right there. It stands for the American Pokemon Association. I'm pretty sure the founders are not American. Actually, Panthers. Oh, thank you, fam. But no, it's not. Medicus's name makes me feel like he's from Europe. But Envy, why don't you tell them the coaches that we have in this?
All right. So
Social media.
All right. Do I just read it off like everybody?
Yeah. Just read their names.
All right. Cool.
Yes, you can.
So we have Under the Radar.
Kelly. Woo!
That's Kelly. We also have Mono Tui.
Woo!
GBA. And then we have General Tar Heel.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Commissioners, Panther, and Mightykus both coming back for another season of their own league. That's what I like to see. pokeaimMD.
Hey.
Ooh.
I know that guy.
I know him too. Yo, the next one though. Oh, dude, I can't even say his name, bro. Lord Envy, bro. Lord Envy.
Oh, I heard about him.
We also have the wonderful Mr. Moet.
Moet is in this draft league, guys. Yeah, hi. Moet is in a draft league. I repeat, Moet is playing Pokemon.
Debut in draft league. Oh, but we have dude. That's not even the best part, man. We have the returning EBA champion himself, Chimpact.
Chimpact is playing Pokemon again too.
But dude, like I said, that's not even the best part though. Like, listen, look, for the first time in history of Pokemon, our founding father has decided to bless us all in a draft league. His name is Mr. Jamvat.
Mr. Jamvat is playing.
Thank
you. He is playing, bro. Mr. Jamvat is in a draft league. Now, I do want to...
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, I do want to say one thing. Gator was also in the draft league, but because of school, he had to drop. So Gator also would have been on this list as well. But yeah, we got me, Envy, Moet, Chimpact, and Jam. I'm not biased. I'm not biased at all, but I'm not biased. But these are my homies. I'm not biased though. But I do hope we all fight in playoffs. Where's Blender? That boy does not even upload to his channel sometimes. What you doing? Anyway, keep going. Sorry, we're not biased.
That's not even the best part, dude. We also have Dietite John Jr.
Woo!
Go beat a 6 foot.
Why are you reading them so fast? Come on, don't do that. Give him some respect.
All right. All right. We got Die It Tight, dude.
Whew. Where
we also have, dude, this man, absolute legend. Okay, John Jr., bro, absolute legend. Then we also have another coach here by the name of.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure if it's Olga or Ogal.
Ogal Labina.
Okay. Oh, I know we butchered that.
Yeah. Then we have, now another coach here, one of the OGs. We have 6 foot Hacks.
OG Albina.
Now there is controversy about him being 6 foot. Now, this may or may not be true. However, he is back in the league. And then, a man who has never lost in his life, You can go back and check the records, but this man has never lost. Kyle A.
Woo!
And then, a man who has changed his name to avoid a certain fate. Mewtwo Fanade is now back as Galvanate.
Galvanate is here.
Then, next up, we have In Vivid Color. I can't really give him a hype name intro here because, I mean, his name is just hype. I mean, it's
In Vivid Color beat me in playoffs of the WBE. He has stopped my run last year. There you go. You hyped him up enough.
Thank you. I mean, you did that one for me. Then we have here
Ultra Player.
Dude. Like, come on. Like,
He is a Fabio on my Twitch stream.
Fabio, dude. Like, that's representing right there.
Oh.
And then we have a new coach into the APA, coming straight from Twitter, where I messaged him. Patty Trill.
Big Patty? Woo!
And the last coach. Total
Oh,
of
let
20
me
coaches this season.
let me hype him up.
Okay, go ahead.
We have the guy who actually got me partnered with Machinima on a 60-40 split back in 2011. One of the worst decisions of my life. The half of Mr. Nintendo fan man himself, Jacob, as always.
Dude, like I was, if you were gonna let me say the name, I was actually like I didn't know how to say. I was gonna say Jacob.
There is no way you were gonna say Jacob.
I swear, dude, I was about to say Jacob. I swear.
He's part of the reason I got it there back in the day. Machinima was terrible. Slane, if you were partnered, you were stuck with them for life. But that's a whole different story for another one. But yeah, guys, if you want to support any of the coaches, I will link everybody right now. One of the best ways to support them is to subscribe to me with Twitch Prime or money.
And as well as
there you go. That's all the coaches right there.
Follow me on Twitter. We're almost at 10K.
That actually only linked up to Jamvad. I don't know why that only linked up to Jamvad, but
wait, look at how aligned it is. Lord Envy is pokeaimMD. Chimpact is Moed, and Jamvad is Chimpact.
Check out the APA though. If you do !APA, you can go to their Twitter, and I'm sure they'll be retweeting our battles and stuff like that as well. But I'm sorry, John Jr. I'm sorry. I literally copy pasted everything. Don't worry, we'll get the second half. We'll get the second half.
You didn't make the cut this time, but maybe.
No, he did. He made the second half. Unfortunately, it has Austin GGK and not his actual. You guys can also join the APA Discord. Yes. I tried to link that stuff, but it was only working with the Twitter. Resaline, thank you, fam. But without further ado, guys, the way this draft league is going to be, I'm on the B team as per usual. The way this draft league is going to work, or this draft stream is going to work is, I personally am not a fan of 6-hour draft league streams because I don't like giving away 6 hours. So we're going to be showing everybody, and we're just going to be showing their entire draft at once, and then we'll be talking about it. So it probably took us longer to get through who was in the draft than it will for each person's draft. So yeah, we're going to do that. If you can see, we're going to be starting with Pool 1, then we'll be going over to Pool 2. As you can see, Pool 1 is started by yours truly.
Yours truly,
pokeaimMD. So if we click this button,
first draft.
I got the first pick when I bribed them to
randomize the order
again, yes, and redraft again, because what happened was we actually drafted before Pokemon Home, but then when Pokemon Home came out, we decided to draft again for Home.
Basically, Joey was not satisfied with his team, so he contacted his relatives who work for Nintendo, and then they were like, "Oh, can you just release Pokemon Home real quick?" They're like, "We got you." And then,
and then we go again.
I guess we got to redraft.
It kind of sucks though, because I did lose some Pokemon that I really wanted, but I ended up getting first pick, and a lot of Pokemon were allowed. Just to let you guys know, Melmetal was one that was allowed. We allowed Grassy Terrain, Rillaboom, and Sniper, Inteleon. Libero Cinderace is banned, but you can use regular Cinderace. We also allowed G-Maxes of Pokemon that were not out yet, so G-Max Toxtricity as well as G-Max Melmetal, because the way we're doing this, it's a land mode game. It doesn't matter what we bring. If someone wanted to, they could actually bring 999 all stats, and the game wouldn't be able to check. Of course,
Except we will, because we have a damage calculator.
Yes, and we'll,
if my move is doing 1 damage, I'll know.
Yeah, I do a new. If they come in with level 831 Pokemon, I will definitely know. But are those abilities released yet? No, they are not. But it doesn't matter, because we have like some bot giving us our Pokemon in this or something. But yeah, without further ado, my friends, let us get right into the first draft, and which is mine.
I know how excited you are.
I love my team. As you can see, I got first pick, guys. I got first pick in my pool, so you already know your boy drafted Melmetal as his first Pokemon. I'm so excited to click Double Iron Bash. They banned it on Smogon, but it does not matter. Yeah, for some reason, Rillaboom was tier 2. Now, before I drafted tier 2 Rillaboom, I asked, is Grassy Surge allowed? I got confirmation. So I got, hey Cody, thank you. I got tier 2 Rillaboom. What else do you think about my team? Oh, tell them about my G-Max too, Envy.
Oh, yeah, G-Max Grimmsnarl? Now, let me tell you something about G-Max Grimmsnarl, okay? Let's assume that the opponent has knocked out maybe 3 or 4 of his Pokemon, and he brings out G-Max Grimmsnarl. He says, oh, it's still not over yet, okay? And then it's definitely not over. He just sweeps with Grimmsnarl. That's it.
But, yeah, it's like, I have Unburdened with him only and Rillaboom. You guys also see I have Aurora Veil with the Ice Cream Cone. I'm very excited about the Ice Cream Cone. I did get Esu Ninja back once again as well. I got one of my first Pokemon that I ever drafted, as well as one of my other first Pokemon that I ever drafted, which was Claydol. Apparently, Claydol got better this generation because Rapid Spin does give it a buff. It also has Nasty Plot and provides Trick Room for Melmetal. We picked Rotom Heat. Unfortunately, because there is 2 pools in this draft league, there will be 4 Melmetals in this draft league.
Yeah, exactly. So the way that it works is because there are 2 draft pools. We had, 20 coaches, right?
Yes.
Because there are 2 draft pools, you know, if somebody picks up a Gigantamax, the regular of that Pokemon is still there.
Yes.
So you could potentially face, if you have one of the Pokemon, up to 3 other versions of that Pokemon.
Yeah. But I mean, I also have my Grounded Poison and Neutralizing Gas Wheezing. I have plenty of Defog, plenty of Spike support. We might be making some trades, but I do have the counter Rotom Heat. Yep, exactly. I drafted it because initially I wanted Seismitoad plus, I wanted one of the Ground Waters plus Rotom Heat, and then I drafted them. But yeah, I like my draft. It's very offensive, and I can't wait to, as this season is 12 weeks. I'll be honest, I think that 9 and 10 weeks is like the sweet spot for Draft League. So 12 weeks would be, we'll see how it goes. But it does give us multiple chances to make playoffs as well as multiple people a chance in the race. So when I draft Melmetal twice, that was actually, if you look through the logs in the APA, that is something that I asked if I could do. If I could get Melmetal and G-Max Melmetal. But the good thing about the good thing about regular Melmetal is I am not confined to a Pokeball. I am not confined to a Pokeball. We will be streaming the battles as well, Red Nose. I'll be streaming the battle videos like I do for the WB. So as long as someone in the APA makes what's it called? What's the thing? A playlist every week and tweets it out from the APA Twitter. We'll be streaming that. But yeah, I got a Selgor again, and I'm really excited about my draft. I mean, what you think about your draft? You like my draft?
I like your draft a lot, dude. I really like how you also have like the Misty Train on Burden options.
Yes.
So I think that's really cool.
And Electric Terrain if I Thunder Punch Max Lightning.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you could do that too. But I really do like the like Melmetal was something that I also really wanted on my side. But I mean that thing went first here, so there was like I knew that I wouldn't have a chance of getting it. The regular version where I can actually use items. Grimmsnarl, fantastic mon.
Yes.
And another thing is, right, even if a Pokemon such as the Gigantamax, even if it's holding the Pokeball, right, you're allowed to trick.
Yes.
Or you're allowed to swap the items.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why they would make that illegal. So if you guys didn't know, Grimmsnarl is one of the 3 G-Maxes that can use Trick. The 3 would be, do I cuss a lot? Sometimes, not really. Garcia. Grimmsnarl, Orbeetle, and Gengar are the 3 G-Maxes that can actually use Trick. So someone else might be getting a Pokeball. Or maybe a Heavy Ball or a Love Ball, depending on how I'm feeling that week.
And that's the cool thing. And that's like the really cool thing is if multiple Pokemon, or if you're like up against another Pokemon that has Trick, you can trade items and you can give the Pokeball that you had on it to them and sort of like, I guess, like have some kind of giving.
It's a disadvantage for them and an advantage for that. But yeah, I love my draft, and you guys will see an analysis of it at 4 p.m. on my channel.
Yep. Great team, bro.
Thank you. Woo! Next up, we have the Miami Mints with...
This is not Janvad, by the way.
Yeah, this is not. This is a brand new draft league, yes. So this draft league, this one I like their team too. They just have a lot of power. Darmanitan, Galizapod, Caldeo, the Miami Men. Bro, I don't know any of the coaches' names next to their stuff. I'm gonna be honest. Why they're not on the screen either. So if this coach would like to join the call, but yeah, this coach has Necrozma, and Necrozma is a great tier 1 because OG Albina. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. So the OG Albina has the I'm hoping that's how they pronounce their name because I saw that as well. But nice. Necrozma is so cool because it gets Dragon Dance this generation. Obviously Keldeo has cool options like Air Slash as well, which will help it beat those grass types. Though Olgabina, you're saying it correct? Okay, cool. Thank you.
Nice.
Specs Keldeo as well is really strong. Golisopod got better this gen because of the heavy duty boots. Bolton hits really hard. Rhyperior is a great defensive tank, and I'm a big fan of Gmax Duraludon too. Envy, what you think about their squad?
Gmax Duraludon is really nice, because of the like the max move gets rid of your PP, right?
It gets rid of like 2 PP for your move. It's actually pretty,
which is actually pretty good if you're like taking on Pokemon that have
like that are not max PP. They cannot.
I really think Necrozma has a lot of potential in this draft due to the fact that it gets some new moves, including the addition of Dragon Dance.
Yeah.
Which is really nice overall with its coverage that it has. It has a really good physical move pool and special move pool, so really solid Pokemon there. Pairing it with Wish Support is pretty smart as well. And also Keldeo is another of the Pokemon transfer for Pokemon Home, and Darmanitan too. Like
yes,
definitely. I definitely like a lot of these Pokemon.
Yeah, it is very ground weak as people are mentioning, but I mean Golisopod's a decent resist. Same thing with Dhelmise. And I mean, it's not like their Pokemon are gonna fall over to ground type attacks, right? Like Rhyperior will eat it up, Keldeo will eat it up.
Yeah, so I think that's the only thing that I don't really like is that there's no actual ground immunity.
Yeah, which is big. Resist are nice too. They do have Spin on Dhelmise, which is nice too, and they do have Defog on Skuntank. Because you guys remember this is post home. I mean, obviously you see their Pokemon that they have, but no problem. Yeah, my WB game goes up in 25 minutes. But yeah, I love the Darmanitan pressure, especially with Spike support, and I think that this is a sleeper. For sure. And they even have Trick Room in Klinklang, so that could be cool for Rhyperior. I mean, Necrozma as well, but Klinklang is one of those mons that you don't typically see. Next up, we have the Boston Beedrills. Ooh, this is a team, bro. This is a team. It started off all tough, and then it starts getting cute at the bottom. But
I think this is Mighty's team, right?
I believe so. I believe he's the Beedrills. Correct. So you want to get over this a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Dragapult, I think, was his first pick. I'm pretty sure.
Yes,
that thing is
tier 1.
A fantastic Pokemon. Very versatile in any format you use it in. He has Drill and
Sandaconda with Sandspit.
And Sandaconda.
Yeah.
Sandspit, exactly. So while he is not able to get like direct Sandstorm with like something like Hippowdon or any kind of Sandstream setter, that could easily be something that he can bring in, maybe with like an eject button or something, and then have the Sandspit, and then go into like Drill or something like that. I think that's really cool. He also has Sticky Webs options.
Yeah,
with this,
and Orbeetle.
Nice.
Orbeetle's fantastic. Keep in mind, Baton Pass is only Dry Pass is allowed or Sub Pass, so you can't do the Iron Defense, Calm Mind, Baton Passing there.
His team is a little on the bulkier side with stuff like Clefable, Mandibuzz, Vaporeon. Can be a sort of a more balanced team.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, I think now Blossom. I don't know if it had it before, but it has Strength Sap, right? Like
it had it before too.
It had it before.
It had it before as well. But Blossom is solid. Nice little quiver thing. I think the coolest thing about Sandaconda Sandspit is that like even if he's fighting like let's say a Sun team for instance with like Nasty Plot, Ninetales, which is actually a legitimate threat versus this team. If Sandaconda gets knocked out, Sandspit activates even if it dies. So that's a really cool thing for Dro. And Dro is just a great ground type for the team. As Envy was saying, he could definitely run like a bulkier variant with like Wish Support plus like Hex, Dragapult, and Mandibuzz. And he did pick Gmax Machamp, which gives it focus energy. So I do like this squad. Wobbuffet is a tier 5 Pokemon, yes, and it is allowed with Shadow Tag, correct. I don't think Wobbuffet is as strong as it might have been in a previous league and whatnot, but it does force prep. That's the big thing. It does force Shed Shells and like Baton Pass and like U-turn on Pokemon. So that's like one less move you have to think about. That's the cool thing about it. It's like drafting a Dugtrio, even though Dugtrio is more of an immediate threat.
So are unreleased items also allowed, like Custap Berry?
I believe Custap Berry is released.
That's a trick question. I got you. They're good.
Yeah,
good.
Custom is released, so yes, but that is
Very
allowed.
good.
But I've actually fought 2 Flareons in the past yesterday, so it's also a nice little. I think it's a sleeper pick as well, especially with heavy duty boots. He has double wish from that too. But I love the Dragapult, and I think Dragapult just like at first his speed tiers were kind of like mid, but then Dragapult just made it so you have to prep between those things. Gothitelle is allowed as well, but Gothitelle is typically tier 1 in this because it can do a lot more than Wobbuffet. Let's go on to the next one. So right here we have Kale and the Miami Dawn fans who picked up G-Max Melmetal and the rest of my draft from the WB as well. You want to catch the Kale?
Sure. G-Max Melmetal is
interesting.
I mean, I was looking at it. I don't think, in my opinion, it's as good as regular, just because you're only limited to holding a Pokeball, but you get so much bulk.
Yep.
When you're in your Gigantamax form, it's crazy. And not to mention, he has another Steel type in Jirachi,
which got so many new tools too. Aura Sphere,
it's a lot of new stuff.
Store Power, amazing.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. I mean, I used Jirachi back in like very old days, but now I think it has so much more to offer, especially in this gen right now when there are more limited Pokemon. There's no Heatran or anything like that either. I think this thing can do really well.
He has the other Melmetal counter.
Yeah, exactly. And like that also gives him like really good Volt turn as well with Rotom, Jirachi, Noivern, Incineroar,
and that's it. Silvally.
And I guess Parting Shot Silvally too.
Well, U-turn
Silvally having access to every type.
That's always the biggest thing about Silvally as well. Like his draft is so versatile. He has double T-Spikes as well with Quillfish and a Grounded Poison. He has 2 Spinners as well as multiple Defoggers on the squad. Incineroar, I think, is phenomenal and got even better with Heavy Duty Boots. I think the cool thing, like when people think about drafts, is like, okay, well, I always need a Rapid Spinner, or I always need a Grounded Poison or a Defogger. I feel like in this generation that's not the case, just because of the Heavy Duty Boots item, just making things so much better. His Fairy type is Clefairy. Clefairy can provide knockoff support, and with an Eviolite, it's actually not that bulky, and I guess Silvally can also provide that too. And then he has like a really good Pokemon in Noivern. I think Noivern, if you don't pick your Dragapult, if you don't pick Hydreigon, Noivern's probably like the dragon you want. Or Como, Noivern's probably like the dragon you want next because it's a budget tier 3, whereas most other good dragons are tier 2 or tier 1. And giving you Frisk is a big thing in Draft League as well. So,
exactly.
Yeah, I love that. And Aldegasa, I've only used I think once or twice, but solid spinner.
And the only Regenerator Mon currently, right?
I believe so. That might be off. I'm not sure, but it does have Regenerator though, and he has Wish support as well.
Apart from I guess Galarian Slowpoke.
Yes. But... Pex as well. But yes.
Oh, Pex.
Echo, thank you, fam.
God damn.
Reuniclus is allowed too. But yeah, I like College Draft. A big fan of Incineroar, and I love the support that he has, like spikes and whatnot for Melmetal. Let's keep going. The New Britain Rockruff right here. And like I said, guys, so unreleased stuff was allowed. Hello. Oh, you want to talk about your draft?
Yes, sir. It's my turn.
All right, we have Diet Tight right in the call. Go ahead and talk about your draft, buddy.
Go ahead.
What's going on, y'all? All right, so right off rip, I have so much setup. I've never used this much setup in one draft. Clinger of Soul, Shift Gear, Nasty Plot, Shell Smash, Calm Mind, Dragon Dance, Quiver Dance,
Curse.
There is so much setup, so I got Alolan Ninetales to get me Veil, so I can set up freely, because if I can set up 1 or maybe 2 if I'm feeling lucky, Clinger of Souls with Como, I don't really see any switch-ins, but I could also do Dragon Dance. So I wanted to really build around Como, but also get enough sweepers that I can bring defensive Como, because I think that's also valid. But then I also needed G-Max Toxtricity because thumbnails are going to be
that's it. You got to do it that's the same thing between Melmetal and G-Max Toxtricity. The thumbnails are gonna look great.
And you got sticky webs too to like slow things down for all of the middle speed tier mons. It's like that's really good.
I feel like you're also not giving your team enough credit in terms of like it might at first glance look one dimensional in terms of you're gonna be using offense every week, but Piloswine's a great defensive pivot. Rotom can do it too. Como can do it too. Scrafty can do it, and then like even Rotom. So like it actually has, I think, you're not limited to one play style, even though you just mentioned a whole bunch of different setup.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Heatmore, Good luck with it,
Yeah.
bro. Good luck with Hemo Red.
No, that thing, dude, Fire
Dude,
Lash.
it's on the
and
way.
then lower
It's coming.
defense
It's
and stuff.
coming. Into Sucker Punch, dude. It's on the way.
You gotta make sure you run that thing shiny though, because it gets more power. It's a little bit darker as well, so
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it's much
Okay.
better.
I'm a big fan of the Blastoise pick though. I love Shell Smash Blastoise, and I think that in a metagame where not everybody has Mantine, not everybody has Gastrodon. What up, Forge? Not everybody has Toxapex. It's really nice. So, and plus you have like good answers to break through though. So I do like the more offensive. Oh no, the sun came out. My true form is showing, but yeah, it's a solid. I like the offense. It basically like I would compare it to Rain almost in a sense where like they have the option of Rain every week, and here he has the option of Veil / Sticky Web every week, and there's not much you can do with it. Like this is one of those teams that it doesn't matter if you run heavy duty boost because he's just gonna get up Aurora Veil and try and sweep.
No, you can just run Hail and Snowcloak, Pillow Swine, and just dodge every
Yes.
hit.
Yes.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us on, bro. I
All right.
appreciate
I'll
it.
see you guys.
Yep, we'll see you soon. We have the Sin City Scissors, Patty Trills here with G-Max Caparaja. Woof! I mean, what you think about his team, bro?
All right, Steel Spikes. I think
I think it's still Stealth
Really-
Rock. I think it's more still Stealth Rock.
Steel. That's what I mean. I mean, it's called Steel Spikes, isn't it? Or no?
No, it's Max Steel Spike is the regular one.
Oh, this is Steel Stone Surge Steel.
Steel Surge, Steel Caparaja.
Steel Surge, yeah, Caparaja. Okay,
Yeah,
anyways, this thing
Caparaja.
sets up Steel Rocks. Fantastic Pokemon. I really like, so he's got Hydreigon, Togekiss and stuff. It's kind of looking more like UU-ish kind of feel to the team.
Yep.
But he has a lot of hazard options. He has Spikes, Roserade, T-Spikes, Roserade, of course. Rocks on his, I guess, Rhydon.
Yeah.
It's the only rocker he has. And then the Steel Stealth Rocks as well. So a lot of hazard options with some fast momentum users with Hydreigon's U-Turn, as well as our Inteleon. Very fast Pokemon, Inteleon and Heliolisk, the lizard combination. And I really do like that he has Shadow Tag as well.
Yeah, I think
on his
that
team.
that really rounds out his team.
Yeah, being able to just keep things in and trap them can be really useful for, especially when he's, I guess, sort of, he has that momentum to bring himself into a Pokemon that like Gothitelle that can trap something else, and just to keep things in versus hazards or maybe T-Spikes or something can be nice too.
Yeah, and just to note, Caparaja also gets regular Stealth Rock as well.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yes.
Yep.
But I think one thing that I really like about Gothitelle here is that, like, for example, it makes a poison type, if that wants to be the girder check, have to run a Shed Shell. Oh my god, I'm getting shiny again. Have to run a Shed Shell. And which obviously limits its ability to check girder with things like a Black Sludge, leftovers, Rocky Helmet, and whatnot. Trick Room options for things like the Caparaja, double Trick Room, and I absolutely love Hydreigon, having Dragon Dance, Nasty Plot, now Defog and Roost in its arsenal, plus Sniper and Teleon. With Spikes up is the problem.
Oh yeah, the hidden ability now. And you can dude, you could focus energy, snipe shot, everything.
Yes, and get your crit every single time. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right, that's Patty's team.
Yeah.
We have the Baltimore Corviknights right here, and I am a fan of this. So we see G-Max Charizard. I thought this was Moet for a second because I know he had Charizard. We see
He's on the
G-Max,
other side.
yeah, we see G-Max Charizard, Kyurem, Hatterene, Vikavolt, Venusaur, Persian, Drampa, Cobalion, Xatu, Golurk, and Torkoal. Now I love that he got Torkoal plus G-Max Charizard as well as Venusaur. Sun plus G-Max Wildfire, or is it Max Flare Wildfire? Wildfire. G-Max
Wildfire,
Wildfire
yeah.
is really nasty. It's a hazard in its own. If you guys didn't know, for 4 turns, it's a hazard that doesn't affect fire types. Very limited hazards on this team though. Only 3 Stealth Rockers. So Golurk, Torkoal, and Cobalion. So that might be like a little, I would have loved to see Spikes on this type of build, but because they do have Magic Bounce as well, at least it prevents opposing Spikes and stuff like that. Charizard, though, is limited to holding a Pokeball, which kind of hurts in a sense. Can't run Heavy Duty Boots, can't run Life Orb, can't run Choice Specs. But because it can run Solar Power with the Sun, kind of makes up for at least that.
Yeah, I do feel like he has like sufficient ways of
2
trying to
Magic Bounce,
prevent
yes.
hazards with both the Magic Bounce users that he has on his team, Defog on the Drampa, as well as Rapid Spin on the Torkoal. So
Yep.
he has options to get rid of hazards, even though
Yeah,
his
Webs as well.
even though his 2 biggest threats, the Zard and the Kyurem, are both weak to rocks.
Yeah. I think
is,
Kyurem having freeze right now is really important too, because like a well played Tox. I think the fact that you got Kyurem and Hatterene helps him out versus like things like Pex, for instance, that could, pseudo wall.
Bro, Kyurem has no walls anymore, bro. Like
yeah, it doesn't
because of freeze dry.
That it doesn't have anything. So like freeze dry is so sick, and I love Golurk too. I'm a big fan of Golurk, and it actually rounds out that Terrakion weakness that he does have, being one of the few counters to it in the game. So and the speed tier that he got from Persian, because before his team was a little bit slow. Persian actually forces Pokemon to run faster than Cobalion or anything like that, or run faster than that. Kyurem also gets Weather Ball, correct? Yes, so that's something that can run with Torkoal as well to hit something like Ferrothorn. Though a Specs Ice Beam will nuke it anyway.
Yeah, I think Bronze is the big one. Like you just Weather Ball that.
Yep. I think the steal here has to be tier 3 Venusaur though. Having Chlorophyll, Earth Power, and Weather Ball now plus Growth, a very scary team. Definitely looks kind of like one-dimensional in the sense that it's either going to be Sun or it's going to be Trick Room. But I guess Webs is an option there too.
I thought that about Rain when I played last week.
And then you didn't play. Hey, you didn't.
Yeah.
Was be uploaded to YouTube? I'll probably have it as a clip here. I don't know if I'm uploaded to YouTube necessarily, because I don't know if I have time with my thing. But yep. That's what we were saying, Echo. We mentioned freeze dry earlier. Let's see what we have next. The Durham Dredagon. So we have 6-foot hacks. Now I'm gonna tell you before we even look at this. Cresselia, Umbreon, Bronzong, Ferrothorn, Reuniclus. Am I missing any other fat mons that Leo usually drafts?
Ditto.
No.
Yeah.
Ditto. What? Anything else? Chansey, Blissey. Luckily, most of those Toxapex. Luckily, most of those mons are not around, but Leo actually has a disgusting draft. I love his draft, straight up. Gmax Orbeetle, and I know you saw me put in some work with that one now, but I think Gmax Orbeetle is one of the better Pokemon because of its trick, because it can trick as well, so you can trick the Pokeball. It gives him sticky web support as well. I love his team. I think he has a great lower tier Roselia as well with the spikes and T-spikes. Grimmsnarl providing dual screens for things like Haxorus and Zero. He literally just took my drop. Corviknight, Orbeetle, and Haxorus. But dual screens is nasty for Zero Aura for Haxorus. Seismitoad is amazing as well, providing him a solid Stealth Rocker alongside Mudsdale. Rotom can nasty plot too. And a Swords Dance Pony as well. So what you think about this squad, bro?
I really like it. Zero Aura, I think, is a huge threat right now. Just because it, like, I don't know, there's just limited mons that can deal with it.
Very
like,
limited.
It's just so powerful with a Choice Band or a Bulk Up set or something, even a mixed attacking set. Seismitoad, dude, Chinese Seismitoad, welcome back, bro.
Chinese.
Good to see you again.
He has rain answers, dude, with Seismitoad as well. I love Chandelure as well.
Yeah, Chandelure is great is great too. He has like, I mean, I could see a potential. Maybe like a Trick Room option from Orbeetle and
Chandelure,
yeah, with like Mudsdale or something.
Yeah, or offensive Roselia. Yeah, I see. Where you're
or even
going.
that Grimmsnarl, because that's a pretty slow Pokemon as well.
Grim in general, I think is such a great pick.
Yeah,
like it's such a good Pokemon, and Corviknight too is just nasty. Like Leo's draft is really well rounded. I feel. It's Miticus, if you want to link the draft rules, that'd be great. But
dude, Corviknight, Zero Aura.
I know. Seismitoad, he has like some
on the same team. Yeah.
Haxorus too. Like Haxorus is great, bro. I brought banned I think 6 or 7 out of 8 weeks of the WBE, and I'll tell you right now, I'm bringing ban my week 8 as well. So,
so the one thing to note about these drafts is that because it's split into 2 drafts, you will generally see teams have more stronger Pokemon on them.
Yes.
Due to the fact that there are less coaches in each pool than there would have been if it was just all one draft.
I'd compare it to the DPL, where you can have stupid busted teams, in my opinion. But yeah, I love it. I love that Mudsdale has like body press now with Iron Defense as well. Like Leo's draft is going to be definitely tough to break through. That's just it. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be tough to break through. Next up, we have the New York Noibats, which I believe is Galvanate.
Yep, Galvanate, Mewtwo fan Nate, welcome back.
Bro, he got Dracozolt and Dracovish. He said, you are not switching into me ever. And he has Poltergeist too, which is a huge sleeper, bro.
How did he do that, dude? Like Dracovish, he got the two powerful Pokemon right there. And here's the thing, like here's the catch right here. because of the fact that you're allowed to use hidden abilities, these two Pokemon can also use their Sand Rush.
Yes, that's
with
the big thing
Sandstorm.
as well. That's the big thing as well. They can use Sand Rush too, man. Yes, they are legal. So thank you for reminding me. If I play Nate, I have to remember that. So not only that, but he has like 2 Pokemon that can set up sand. Gigalith, which auto does it, and as well as his Sand Spit G-Max.
Yeah.
He has screen options as well. He has a fantastic Momentum on for Poltergeist. Sticky Web 2, a really good water resist, and a Stealth Rocker. He's lacking on like spikes, but I don't think he needs them when he has what he has.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, think about it, right? He has so many ways. I can see how his team is, right, structured around. It's based around trying to
kill you.
create the best ideal conditions
Yeah.
for Dracozolt and Dracovish.
Yeah.
He has webs that can slow Pokemon down so that it hits first and powers up at, I think, both of their attacks for their signature moves. He also has Tailwind,
Yep.
which can do that exact same thing too.
His team's gonna be
Sandstorm,
so
which can do
annoying
that.
to play, bro. Whoever has a
Yeah.
Ditto, I hope you have fun here. That's like
Yeah.
that's like the only thing I can see that actually gives it a problem.
I gotta play in week 1, bro.
Yeah, playing week 1. Do
I gotta play in week 1, yeah.
you have a Melmetal?
Yeah,
No?
I don't even have that, bro. He's got, dude, and he's got the Trick Room. He's got the Trick Room Bronze. Like, you can bring like a slow, like an Iron Ball, like.
Yeah, Iron Ball, Dracovish, the set.
Yeah. Or he could go like, I'm pretty sure he has like Gravity on that team too, in somewhere. He could probably do that with like, and never miss with his Dracozolt. That's
Yo, this is
crazy.
gonna be a tough week 1 game, I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
Hey,
like
no,
this-
you're not wrong.
This team looks scary either way. But yeah, I love Nate's team. Like it's really hard to say, oh well, his fairy type isn't that great. But he has both. He has 2 fairy types. One of them just happens to default. This team
Two of
is
them
just,
actually default.
yeah. No. I meant that like one of them is like a better defogger. I would argue.
yeah.
Which Whimsicott. Does Poltergeist get Trick Room? It might, but that doesn't matter. It's really. Why you do exclamation draft join my WB draft? Yeah, his team is just scary, man. His team is the reason that I drafted Gastrodon. After playing Wolfie in the WBE, I realized that every team needs a water absorb Pokemon or a water immunity.
Yeah, and he actually has one in Toxicroak too.
Yeah, he does. So when he fights his own, he doesn't have to worry. I mean, he also has I think Dracovish also has water absorb.
Yeah, it does also. Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be nice. And he also has the
That's a good
electric.
team.
Yeah, it is a good team. He's his ground type is there covering everything too.
Mm-hmm.
The Charlotte Charizards. Let's see what we have here. And this team is also really solid. Offensively, it's beautiful. He has a Reboot, by the way. I know y'all see that Reboot. And Reboot has Libero. This, I don't know if you guys know about this mon, but this mon is actually decently fast and decently strong. It doesn't have Pyro Ball, unfortunately. But Reboot has base 86 attack and base 94 speed. And it does have high jump kick. It does have Blaze kick. It does have Gunk Shot. It does have Flare Blitz. It has Sucker Punch. So it does not get Core Change. No. Those are all signature moves of evolution. But that's a really fun tier 5 that he picked up that I really like. Has his Water Absorb Mon for Dracovish. Has his Ground type and Steelix, which got better this generation because of the Iron Defense Body Press, as well as Dragon Dance. Probably the weaker Mon would be his Manectric, but we do have to pick up tier 5s. And he also has one of the three G-Maxes that can actually trick as well. And Terrakion and Celebi Obstagoon are just ridiculous offensively. Same thing with Goodra. Like it's yeah, tier 3 Obstagoon is interesting.
That's a bit, yeah. It's a little crazy. That Pokemon puts in the finest of work.
Kind of scary, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Celebi having Nasty Plot, Aurasphere now. Actually having Aurasphere. I already had Nasty Plot. Having Aurasphere. Braviary be able to sub Roost again. And the fact that like he has a Trick Room option and Aromatisse and it's spelled wrong. It's fine if something's spelled wrong.
Which one? Oh,
Obstagon.
Obstagon.
Hey, it doesn't matter. Who cares? You know it's Obstagoon there by the picture. Again, I think Manectric is like the weaker link for him, but I mean it was a tier 5, and the tier 5s, like as many as I think that there were tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 steals in this draft because there's a lot. I think that tier 5 was kind of just sucky.
Tier 5 was actually a very, very shallow,
Yeah.
a shallow, I guess, group of Pokemon. There weren't really many good ones there.
Yeah, exactly.
at all.
But offensively,
I think-
dude, his team
yeah.
is scary.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I just guts users. Reboot is not about to be kill leader. Hey, if it is, well, I hope it's kill leader. And but yeah, that kind of rounds out pool 1. What do you think about the draft so far, Emmy?
Overall, I really do like the drafts a lot. Your team is fantastic. I also like Nate's team a lot.
Nate's team is
very,
scary.
very scary.
I didn't even, bro. This is my first
team
time
is
seeing
scary.
everybody's draft because I can only see my pool, and he
Yeah,
is in my
exactly.
pool. But I didn't know this is what they were drafting. I just saw whenever they added me, this is what I did. Nate's
Yeah.
team is very, especially because I didn't even realize that he could run Sand Rush and things like that as well.
Yeah, I know. I also do like Kyle's draft a lot too. I mean,
let's go to
G-Max
Kyle.
Melmetal and Jirachi and Rotom Wash and stuff like
I,
that.
I remember originally he changed his draft because something happened and he ended up getting both of them anyway that he wanted, which is
Yeah.
pretty scary. Like college draft is great. Mightykiss is solid too.
Leo's draft also good.
Yeah, Leo's draft is nasty. There's just a lot. Like Leo's the type of draft that I would hate to fight, but if I was Nate, I would love to fight Leo's draft.
Yeah.
Just because of the Sand Rush. I mean, obviously Seismitoad, like if we can make some predictions real quick, but if like Leo fights Nate, Leo has to bring Seismitoad. Otherwise, he just gets blown away by Sand Rush, and yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like that like more bulkier teams like Leo's hate this. And I hate this too. I absolutely hate this. But yeah, Seismitoad to deal with it. But yeah, definitely that. But let's go to pool 2. Pool 2,
We're starting off with Chimpack.
yeah, we're starting off with Chimpack here. So Chimpack's return to Draft League real quick, which will be very fun tonight to watch. So let's actually just see what Chimpack brought.
Let's take a look at this. Ooh.
Who put Shiny Virizion?
No, I hope my requests for the shiny Pokemon I wanted are there too.
Oh, you actually requested that? So
I did that on my like actual draft slides.
oh, that's fair. That's fair. So Chimpack has G-Max Caparaja. I think he got that because he wanted the Steel Stealth Rock. Dragapult is fantastic. I remember Chimpack saying, "Man, why is Zeraora faster than Dragapult?" But Dragapult just like, again, it forces certain prep on certain Pokemon and certain speed tiers. Dragapult type Pokemon that like can run 16 speed EVs and outspeeds your entire team and be able to go max HP. So Dragapult's going to be scary, especially with dual screens. Love the Gardevoir pick. I think Gardevoir got so much better this generation with Mystical Fire. And then he has Trick Room options with the Rune plus Caparaja, which is really big. Rune also giving him T-Spikes. He doesn't have a Grounded Poison, but I mean, Silvally can cover that, like if he needs to. So that's yeah. I agree.
I really like the Virizion pick a lot. I don't think did anyone on the other side pick Virizion?
I don't remember. Oh yeah, I think one person did.
Okay, yeah, I do like it a lot because of it, it being able to run Swords Dance or Calm Mind as well. So it can use both of its physical and special attacks. It's very bulky on the special side too.
Yeah.
So it can sponge hits well. And I did use it before in the past draft league.
Yep.
It's just such a fun mon to use.
They got Air Slash now too.
Yeah, exactly.
And Megahorn. So like defensive Celebi is not going to be a counter. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I did mention, guys. I said Grounded Poison, and I said unless he uses Silvally Poison. And everybody's saying Ground Poison. No, actually, two people. But yeah, I already mentioned those both. I think Rotom
You have an
Fan.
option for a lot of hazards, right?
Yeah.
And
Spike,
so-
Stealth Rock.
Exactly, and so people want to click defog, but then if you look at his Milotic,
Competitive Milotic.
Mm-hmm.
Competitive Milotic. I love it. I think Rotom is actually decent. It's an Excadrill counter, which is one of the
And
things.
you can put heavy duty boots on it to avoid getting rocks damage.
Has defog as well. And I really like Milotic plus all the hazards. Like he has like the options for very bulky, but then he has such great offense with Dragapult. Like Dragapult alone is amazing. And even though his Grimmsnarl is limited to a Pokeball or whatever ball he wants to use on it, it's still super solid. Oh, for those asking for the draft rules, by the way, I'm about to put them in the chat right here. Here's the Google Doc. So if you guys want to see all the draft rules, they can see it. And the screens as well. He has priority screens with Grimmsnarl, so he doesn't necessarily have to do that. But yeah, let's. His team is very grounded. That is true, but a lot of his mons don't really care too much about it. Virizion doesn't care. Like I guess a well-played Excadrill could be a problem, but Dragapult's gonna outspeed it anyway. That's the thing. Then he can run whatever Silvally form that he feels appropriate. Is there a tier list available to the public? I believe it's on the Twitter if you do !APA. So next up we have the Philadelphia Soldew, which I believe is Ultra Player.
Yep,
And
correct.
why does he have 2 Ice Cube?
Dude, that's cheating, bro. He has an extra
That is
Pokemon.
true. He does have extra Pokemon. Now, this team as well, also very scary. Look how skinny his Aselgor is.
That has Silgor been on a diet for sure.
But the I love Melmetal. Plus, he has a great Trick Roomer and Hatterene. Good Volt turn as well, with double U turn and Heliolisk having the Volt switch. Como is a fantastic tier 1 rocker as well.
Yeah.
And I think that a sleeper. I think Ice Cube is actually a sleeper pick. I think it could be a lot. Like, not only does it have to run Belly Drum, which is kind of weak, but it can run like Whirlpool, Rocky Helmet, Hail sets. So I've actually fought that in the lower tiers. Hazards as well, Spikes and Stealth Rock. His hazard control, decent. Trick, Magic Bounce. I mean, probably the best you can get. Magic Bounce, Rapid Spin, and double defog is pretty big. I do think that the Melmetal Como is going to be the scariest part offensively.
I guess going back to Como, I think Como is, like, in my opinion, one of the scariest Dragon type Pokemon this generation, just because of it's able to run its signature Clangorous Soul move, which will boost all of its stats just by getting rid of only a little bit of your HP, fraction of it. Then it can Dragon Dance, it can Autotomize, it can run like Spec sets or whatever. Iron Defense Body Press is a huge one as well. Like, it's just so versatile, and has really useful abilities in like soundproof,
freaking bulletproof as well. Bulletproof. Like it has Overcoat too, if I'm not mistaken. Not that matters. Overcoat should actually allow you to ignore the effects of your opponent having effects in weather, right? You think that'd be broken? But I do think the thing about Como is that it can run defensive, like Iron Defense. It can run Swords Dance. It can run Autotomize. It can run Clangor's Soul. It can run Bulk Up. It can run Belly Drum. Like, it has so much going for it. Rapidash got Swords Dance now, which is pretty cool. And he does have, again, that Melmetal is a beautiful pick. A little bit sad that, the Pokemon that I thought I'd be the only one to use, everybody has, but, it's okay.
I'm a little bit sad that I couldn't get Melmetal because I wanted to use that Pokemon, but that's all right.
Yeah, it's okay. I know you're like number 6 right there in the draft, so it makes sense that you weren't getting Melmetal.
Yeah.
So the South Texas Sableyes, we do have in Vivid Color. Vivid, if you're home, you can join the call. I saw you in the chat, so there you are. Let's talk about your draft real quick.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome.
The draft stream, to the pokeaim draft stream.
The pokeaim draft stream. So first things first, I just want to say I learned from my mistakes in the WBE, or at least I think I did.
Yes.
Because I paid attention to speed tiers and hazards and hazard removal. Somewhat. A little bit more.
No, I mean...
Where did you go?
Oh, my bad. I was getting something. I love the Rillaboom, dude.
Yeah, I think Rillaboom tier 2 is kind of a steal.
Dude, there's so many steals, bro. It gets Grassy Surge at tier 2, bro. That's so crazy.
I didn't capitalize on it as much as I could have. Like, I didn't get an Unburden Mon, but I just think, like, Rillaboom, because I have a pretty substantial ground weakness otherwise, right? Like, I have Rachi, Gengar, Boltund, and there's Incineroar. So, like, I have a pretty substantial ground weakness, so it just kind of, like, patches that up a little bit. I just wanted to focus on speed tiers, because my speed tiers in WVE were atrocious, and removal, and, like, having diverse threats. Like,
hey, bro, I like your... I like your tier 1 and tier 2 pick. So what you trying to do with those two Pokemon? You got any comments on that?
Trying to flinch.
Gotta try to flinch.
Bro, Webs plus Rachi and Togekiss is nasty. I think the biggest thing is that, like, you have good speed tiers in between. Like, some people were saying in the chat, I look kind of slow, but if you actually look at it more in depth, Boltund makes you run. Like, Boltund gives you a high speed tier, so it makes like base 110s actually run like more speed if they want to try and outspeed your base 100, which you have Jirachi under there. So they have to because base 110s can't run a neutral nature to run Jirachi. So it forces them to run a plus speed nature. And then you have Gengar to cover even more. You also have one of the 3, well, I guess 6 in this, or no, it's more than 6. You have one of the G-Maxes that can trick as well, so you're not locked into a Pokeball. You have Sticky Web support. Incineroar is phenomenal as a Pokemon, and then you have some great abusers of Sticky Web. Surfetch is great. Nice spinner in Mr. Rhyme, and I love the Golurk as well. So
Yeah, I think Golurk was a really good late pickup. I also am like, I think tier 5 in this draft was atrocious. Like tier 5 was really bad. So I feel like Drampa is actually probably one of the better tier 5s.
Yes,
it does
tier
kind
5
of
is
a
terrible.
lot for being a tier 5. Defogs, Roost, has a really high special attack stat.
no, I agree. And guys, like as much as tier 2, 3, and 4 had steals, tier 5 was absolutely terrible in this
it was
draft.
real
Like
bad.
it was bad. It
really was. Of course, granted, there are a few gems in there.
There's
for
like
what it's
5
worth.
Pokemon that are good.
Yeah, there's like what Rotom, Ice. I think Drampo is up there. And
Yeah,
then
Drampa, Stunfisk.
Roselia's okay.
Yeah,
Stunfisk,
Roselia,
yeah.
Marini, I guess.
Ugh, we're pushing it with that.
Yeah, it's a decent mod. But
yeah, for sure.
yeah, thank you so much for joining. I like your draft. I love the U-turn momentum here, and I do think that it is better than your. Like I think that the big thing about here is that your Gmax is better than it was in WWE.
Right. I think my Gmax is better, and I think I also have like diverse stats. Like Jirachi can kind of do anything.
Yep.
Togekiss can be supportive, or it can just try to go on the sweep. You know, especially with like Webs Up. With Webs Up, Togekiss and Jirachi can just be utter nuisances. Like especially if they've already blown their max.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, and good choice also on the Mr. Rhyme. Definitely.
Yeah.
I appreciate for sure.
His
I like
WB
it, I
Gmax
like it.
was Appleton.
Yeah, to be completely honest, it is atrocious.
I mean, it
It's
just makes
bad,
it makes
but-
it be able to take hits. That's the big thing about it.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, in this case, it didn't really offer you much. But yeah, thank you so much for joining on the stream, bro. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Next up, we have the Green Bay Pikachus. And if you would like to join the call, you can. I don't know if you're in the chat.
Dude, he has the Pikachu.
I know, yes. Bro, this is the best one. This is my favorite draft so far.
If this isn't a fan favorite, I don't know what.
Bro, not only does he have Pikachu, but he also gets Greedent, which is also, I feel like, a meme pick as well. But
Now, granted, he can't use Light Ball on his Pikachu. It has to hold a Pokeball.
I was saying we should just let him hold a light ball because it is a ball of sorts.
Yeah.
But I guess that. So he has Gmax Pikachu. Yeah, it does yell P. But unfortunately, it is locked into a Pokeball. I can't use a light ball. But he has some exceptional. Like, you see his Pokemon and you're just laughing because you have Pikachu. But then he has Keldeo, Mamoswine, Hydreigon, and Cinderace. So, like, he has what he needs. Slurpuff is back with the belly drum as well. Heavy Duty Boots Sturdy Crustle is a sleeper. Drifblim is a great defogger as well with the Heavy Duty Boots Strength Sap it has now. Will-O-Wisp Hex. Roselia provides him Toxic Spikes as well as a grounded poison. A poison type touching the ground. And 2 rockers as well. 3 rockers, excuse me. Does Greedent get Body Press?
Yes, I believe so.
I'm going
I
to check.
do remember seeing that moveset. I'm going to check it right now.
I'm going to check it right now too. Because it's Cheek.
Yeah, it does.
It does. Okay, so it's cheek pouch ability as well as its signature move Stuffed Cheeks. So it basically lets you consume the berry immediately. So like, let's say you consume a lychee berry, you get your attack raise. Oh yeah, I think I used it on your defense. You get your attack raise with the lychee berry immediately, but you also get +2 defense. So this mon can do, and you basically when this thing gets a berry, it gets back to full. Like if it's belly drum, citrus berry, and it's cheek pouch, it gets all the way back to 100%. So yeah. You can also use a defense berry too. That's true. The key berry. But I really like one thing I don't like is that actually no, never mind. No, he has bronze on his.
Wait, no. Tell me what you don't
No, I'd
like.
say like his trick room support isn't the best, but Bronzong is solid. I think Bronzong is solid. It's almost as solid as it gets as a trick room setter. So I'll take that back.
I mean, I don't think he was trying to intend the team to be like a trick room team though.
No, I'm just saying like if he wants to try and get a belly drum sweep, it's possible. Hey, Lone Wolf.
Yeah, I can see that. He has a lot of hazard support with like
Sticky Web.
Crustle, Webs, and then Crustle, which gets both, and then Roselia, which gets 2 of them as well. Mamoswine, Bronzong, and I'm sure it's all for the main goal of chipping things down for Pikachu. It has to be.
Oh, this is Jacob as always? Wow. I think the biggest thing is that Cinderace is amazing. After using it in the WB, it's just so good. Luckily, Libero was banned in this. Otherwise, I would have picked it up instead of Rillaboom. I don't care. Like, that I already used it. But luckily, Libero was banned. But Cinderace is a great Pokemon, and you rarely ever need speed to outspeed stuff. And, like, you can EV it to take hits from any Pokemon, honestly. So, it's a great, like, such a great pick for Jacob. And And I do think that Roselia is one of the okay tier 5s. And I also think that Crustle can low-key be very scary. I know whenever I fight it in random battles. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Dashing. It was. I do think that Crustle is one of those mons that can just... Because it has a sturdy. It has built-in sturdy, and it has heavy-duty boots, so it never has to break that sturdy. So it can shell smash and do its thing. But yeah. Did they release how to get Grassy Surge and Libero, or is this on Smogon? You're not able to get it. They have like a bot that's going to be trading us some Pokemon or something. But yeah, I do think that the Sticky Web option plus phenomenal taunters on this team and great ways to abuse Sticky Web too is sick. And hopefully we get a Pikachu sweep.
I would like to see that.
I hope it's not me, but hopefully we get a Pikachu sweep.
Yeah, I really like to see that.
I think if I have to fight him, I'm not putting Rindo Berry on my Gastrodon just to see if I could. I'm pretty sure I'll take a +2 Grass Knot from a non-Light Ball Pikachu.
No, it's not even gonna be Grass Knot, bro. It's gonna be Max Overgrow.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot you came back. Yep, guys. Next up we have Mr. Jamvad Academy, and the Academy Appletons. All right, everybody, take your bets right now. What you think he drafted? Tentacruel, Arceus Water, Gliscor, Subtoxic Gliscor, Chestnut.
Yon Mega.
Defensive Yveltal. Max Speed Jolly Groudon that will always win the speed tie. Anything else? Not the Academy.
Jampa just got picked.
Yeah, Jampa did get picked from his pool.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so let's see what Jampa drafted. Yo, I like how his is set up compared to everybody else's. Who did this? That's the Academy right back there, and these are his students. That is the Academy, and these are his students.
All the students sit around the tree and have lessons.
Welcome to the Academy. So Jamvad definitely has a bulkier, like, I love the Corviknight pick. Corviknight is great. It can do whatever it wants. It can sub-roost, it can defog, it can taunt. He has Sylveon. Gmax Snorlax is a good Gmax. It doesn't really get to make use of its move, Gmax Replenish, because while it's still very strong with Curse, it can't get its berry effects because it can't hold a berry. It has to hold a Pokeball. But really good defensive core from OU and Corviknight Sylveon. And literally Corviknight Fairy type Seismitoad. Like, really good. Salazzle, you know how good that mon is with Subtoxic MV.
Yeah, dude. He has the core, bro. Look at that. Corviknight Sylveon, Seismitoad. And then he
has the Appleton. He has the Appleton.
Yeah, the Appleton, and then the toxic.
And then he has scary versions too. Like he has a Alolan Ninetales, which gives him a decent speed tier below Salazzle, as well as Aurora Veil, which is great for Scrafty, great for Cloyster, great for Gallade, even Nasty Plot Salazzle, or Dragon and Salazzle gets that, or even Curse Snorlax. I think the biggest problem for Jamvad this season is going to be him fighting the timer. The 10-minute timer will be...
That'll be the biggest challenge.
That'll be the biggest challenge. But if Jamvad can... If he can overcome that... Is Hidden Power back? No. If he can overcome that, he is not allowed to run a berry. He can only run Pokeballs. Or Gmaxes can only run Pokeballs. So if Jamvad can overcome that 10-minute timer, he can do it. I do agree he doesn't have any great wall breakers, but he does have incredible sweepers and good tanks on this team in general. So I like it a lot. I think that I'm excited to watch, as most of you probably are. I'm very excited to watch Jamvad play Draft League.
First time.
Yep.
You know.
If you guys didn't know, he's been helping out Duncan in the WBE, and I mean, look how Duncan has been doing.
Duncan's been doing fantastically.
Bro, I really do think that Jamvad's gonna have a problem because, like, if you watch his videos on Team Preview, he has like 10-20 seconds on Team Preview. Like, I'm gonna assess my threat. He's gonna time out at Team Preview, and then he's gonna time out every game after. Like, Duncan did still lose to Joey.
My threat.
But if Jamvad can understand, like, this is the big thing, and it took a lot of coaches in the WB a while to understand this too. If you can understand deciding what you want to do during the animations themselves and not during when you're picking your attack, then he'll be fine. He'll be absolutely fine. But we'll see. Next up, we have Envy.
Oh, dude, it's my turn?
For some reason, no, it skipped you. Yo, why did it skip Envy? Yo, I just jumped.
That's still a jam.
Yeah, I know, but when I go over you, it skips right to the Carolina Clefables. That was not on purpose. Let me go through my text file real quick and make sure that we have.
What the heck?
Yeah, dude, I have my 6A and 6B are also Jam Vans team. I have the Academy Appletons and the Academy Appletons. I actually do not have a slide for Envy here. I'm looking through. I didn't notice that last night. Wow. Unfortunate does not begin.
Describe, dude. Come on. Dude, I was so hyped.
I was like, what's happening? I didn't check that last night. That was my bad. It was very late when I was going through this. If Mightykiss or anybody in the chat want to send me MV slide, that would be absolutely fantastic. I'd very much appreciate that. Let me just add in the actual coach chat. It wasn't on purpose. It wasn't on purpose. I wouldn't do that to MV. Mightykiss.
You know how excited I was gonna get.
I know. Do you want to should I put up a picture and you just tell me?
No, I want the whole thing, dude.
Pass me MV slide. All right, we'll skip MV for now. So, bro, we're not gonna sit here and wait on a. Oh, wait! It got passed to me. It was passed to me. Hey, thank you so much, man. MV was indeed passed to me. Add image. The day has been saved right now, MV. I got you, bro. I got you.
Thank you.
This was not planned. All right, MV. Let's talk about your draft.
Nice. Look at my team. Look, everybody, just take a look at it.
Once again, has drafted the G-Max Grimmsnarl after realizing it does not matter how he plays.
Yep. So, I got Necrozma as my first pick because a lot of other stuff that I wanted went first, and this was the only Pokemon in Tier 1 that stood out to me as a Pokemon that can put in the finest of work. And plus, it also used to be my old mascot back in the day.
Yep.
After
Metagross. No, you didn't mean after Metagross. You mean after Guzzlord.
Oh, after Guzzlord.
after Guzzlord failed.
Yeah. And then on the way back, guess what came back to me? G-Max Grimmsnarl once again. I had to pick this Pokemon up. It's been putting in a lot of work for me, the WBE. And then I also have Toxtricity too. Like, dude.
Which is so strong to switch into. And then he picked Eldegoss, copying me. I see you.
Eldegoss is fantastic. Dude, the shiny version too. Dude, look, so like I try to make a nice like little color scheme as well with a shiny Pokemon and like the sort of the dark theme of this team.
Yeah.
And the bluish kind of thing that it gives off. I also got Cobalion too, which is exciting to use as well. I think Cobalion is pretty underrated so far with the mons that are released right now.
Gets Mega Horn now too, which is actually big for Cobalion as well.
Exactly.
Breaking through like bulkier psychic types. He's not limited to low key. He can use whatever one. He can use a shift gear one.
Yeah,
anyway.
I can use both. I just put it on this form because of the color scheme.
He also copied me and took Gastrodon.
Yeah, dude. So Gastrodon is actually a distant relative to Chinese Seismitoad. So Chinese Gastrodon is going to be making an appearance in my team. I'll be sure to make it have at least 5 EVs, or at least 5 of the stats occupied with EVs.
Yes.
So I have a couple Stealth Rockers, Necrozma. I have.
Well, that's all you have, Stealth Rock. That's a big thing.
I
You
have
don't
Cobalion, and I have
Stunfisk. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying you don't have any other hazards.
Yep. I don't need any other. Dude, like I've never clicked spikes in a draft league. I've never clicked T-spikes in a draft league ever in my life, dude. I just need rocks. I like rocks on its own. And everything else just puts in the finest of work. Darmanitan is coming back from Pokemon Home. I think it's like the Galarian Darmanitan's banned. Galarian Darmanitan's banned.
Yeah, we banned that in this league. Galarian Darmanitan's banned, so was Mew. I think Edge Slash was banned too.
Yeah.
Snom was banned.
Snom was banned, yeah, because of...
I don't know. Somebody said they wanted to draft it, and they banned it. They said, no, you can't.
Yeah. I feel like my team has a good number of, like, sweepers, like Pokemon that can sweep. Necrozma, Grimmsnarl,
Frostmoth.
Toxtricity can sweep as well. Frostmoth can sweep. Cobalion can sweep.
Double too, bro. Cotton Guard double.
Too, yep.
Double gives you a nice. I like that speed tier. Baton Pass is not allowed, so we can't do stuff like Wolfie's been doing with just sub passing the Dracovish. I think the big thing about Gastrodon is that you're not going to lose to Dracovish, which is very important.
Yeah.
Very important.
I felt really good about this tier 5, even though like the pool of tier 5 Pokemon were pretty bad. I felt really good about Stunfisk.
He's lying.
No, I swear.
This took 3 days to convince Envy to get Stunfisk.
No, no.
We could go through the logs, Envy.
I didn't take 3 days.
Yes, you did.
I was looking at Stunfisk from the very beginning, and the reason why is because I hit number 1 in OU with the Stunfisk team.
Yes.
You remember that?
I do.
I made the RNT for it too and stuff. Yeah, I hit number 1 in OU with the Stunfisk back in I think a generation or two generations ago. It was a great time. It was a great time in my life. I
like your tier 5 a lot.
Thank you. My speed tier is also really good too. Noivern is very, very fast.
It's about as fast as you can get besides like Dragapult, so.
Yeah, but I got good like Choice Scarf users as well.
Yep. I think the biggest thing is that you don't really have a good defensive steal, like especially defensive steal. So like special, but like Gastrodon, Eldegoss, Sunfisk, they can all eat the hits if they need to.
Yeah, I'm not trying to wall anything. Don't give me a D+ because I don't bring any walls. Thank you, GBA. Yeah, but
you have great wall
some of
breakers. You have amazing wall
exactly.
breakers on the physical and special side. Toxtricity as well as that. I think your Gmax Grimmsnarl is not going to be as amazing as it was in the other one, just because limited to items. But still a solid mon.
Yeah,
That's
this
not
is
Galarian
actually
Stunfisk. That's not Galarian Stunfisk.
This is a regular Stunfisk, the nice classic electric ground Pokemon.
Choking on water.
Yeah,
Nobody drafted that piece of trash.
But dude, okay, so I want to know everybody. What do you guys think about my team?
Evie needs recognition on his draft, guys.
Yeah,
every single time Evie drafts a Pokemon, he would go in the chat and be like, "What do you guys think about my last pick, huh?" And if somebody's talking about somebody else's draft, like let's say Viv was like, "Yo, I really liked your Melmetal pick, Joey," and he was like, "What do you think about my last pick?" PK face question mark. But
dude, I just need to know, like, I just need like a good pat on the back. It's like, wow, well done, well done.
We're representing his father in this scenario.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Also, I wanted to mention, I have a pretty solid Volturn combination
with
of
Cobalion.
Cobalion, Toxtricity, Noivern, and Darmanitan.
I really like Necrozma after using it in draft. I don't think I used it to the best of its abilities in the GBA, but I still think it was like at least in the earlier half and the later half. He can use Zen mode if he wants to. He will not use Zen mode, but he can use Zen.
Oh, is that,
and we have 12 weeks to be honest. If you confirm playoffs in like week 7, 8,
yeah, I'll do it if I confirm. Absolutely.
Why not? There's gonna be a lot. The big thing is like everybody has so many scary Pokemon in this draft, but I do like Envy's team a lot. But yeah, let's go to the Carolina Clefables right now.
Thank you, everybody. By the way,
Panther,
hope
by
y'all
the way.
enjoyed my draft.
This is Panther 2. So, incredible offensive core, which we've seen before, of Zeraora, Celebi, and Obstagoon. Drill is just a great steel ground, as well as the fact that he has Sandspit, Sandaconda, plus Drill. Quillfish is an amazing poison type. Alcremie provides him a nice little fairy type. And then he has like the free tier Dracovish. Flareon is also a mon I've been respecting a lot more as of late too. What do you think about his squad, bro? Dracovish was Sand as well,
shiny
yes.
Zero Aura. That looks pretty cool. I wonder if he'll be able to use it. He probably can if he wanted
I mean,
to.
he can do whatever he wants, bro. He can change his colors if he wants to. Yeah, he has Sand plus Drill and Sand plus Dracovish.
It's another situation of the Sandspit plus Drill combination there as well, right? Dude, he has some really strong wall breakers, or he had some really strong breakers on his team with Obstagoon, with Dracovish as well. I really like his team a lot, actually.
And Nasty Plot, Tinted Lens, Noctowl. Don't sleep.
Oh yeah, don't sleep. Don't sleep on Tinted Lens Noctowl.
Don't sleep.
You have no resists. Yeah, overall pretty solid. Like, he has some good hazard support as well. Hazard removers, I mean, I guess it's just the Drill, Noctowl, and Rotom, right?
Yes. But I mean that's not that bad for him. Like,
Not bad, yeah.
It's not like his team's too affected by hazards. Like, if it's like T-Spike, Obstagoon doesn't care. Drill doesn't care. Drill is a phenomenal spinner. And Sandaconda is a cool G-Max. Again, I think all G-Maxes being limited to Pokeballs makes them a little bit worse, but it's still incredible. And I love like he has like the rain options too. Like Quillfish can help versus rain. I did, Kai. And Celebi and Dracovish as well.
With, Dracovish.
Yeah, he did.
Speaking of which, make sure you guys
Yes.
in 30 minutes watch my match versus Wolf himself in the WBE.
Yes. By the way, yes, you can only max your G-Maxer, and the G-Maxer has to hold Pokeballs. That's just kind of the way that we decided to deal with Panther 2 ready to devour, ready to thrash about to devouring Panther 1. But yeah, this is Panther, one of the commissioners of the league. So next up,
bro.
yeah, I like his team a lot, and I love the speed tier. Like like he has the Sand Rush options, but then he has Zero Aura, which shoots way up. So next up, guys, we have the poetry. We have poetry in motion, or I think this is supposed to be. I think it was supposed to be spelled with an E. Maybe I'm wrong. But we have poetry in motion, which is the Mr. Moet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Moettion, right? Moettion?
Yeah, Moet. Poetry and M-O-E-T. Moettion.
Yes, in Moettion. It doesn't have to G-Max one.
Moet's got the demolition team.
But yeah, I love his art as well. Let's see what we got here. Woof! Look at that!
Ooh.
Look at that!
Fantastic team.
More picking up everything that he loves to use. Look,
everything he loves.
Morpeko. I actually had Morpeko on my original squad.
This is a classic example of picking your favorites and winning with your favorites.
Yes. Charizard being limited to the Pokeball kind of sucks for him, but I love the Dugtrio. I think Dugtrio is going to be a huge MVP for him. Wobbuffet as well, though. I mean, when you see Doug Wob, you might see a lot of shed shells. Hawlucha has no terrain. Unfortunately, Weezing does get neutralizing gas still, but it doesn't get Misty Terrain like its counter type. Yeah, he
does regular Weezing get defog?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Only the Galarian gets the defog.
Yeah. But his defoggers are Ninjask, Lucha, and Cramorant, if I'm not mistaken, and Rotom. But I like Durant. I think Durant is a strong Pokemon if you can get over Hustle. Like, if you land with that Pokemon, it gets kills. And he has some cool options. I absolutely love the Morpeko pick. In my original draft, guys, for the first draft of the APA, that didn't even limit us to Pokeballs, I had, like, Hatterene, Morpeko. I had G-Max Hatterene plus Morpeko, and I loved Morpeko so much. And I had Charizard plus Torkoal as well, too, I believe. He's not weak to rocks, though. He's definitely weak to rocks, but he can run heavy-duty boots to check most of that. And I do think that if people don't bring Shed Shells versus him, the Wobbuffet is going to catch a lot of them. Regular Weezing does get neutralizing gas, correct. Is Shadow Tag legal? Yes. And Wobbuffet's tier 5.
Correct.
So this is Moet's first official Wi-Fi draft. I believe he did do a draft when he first came back on Showdown. His rock resist is Dougie, but I mean, Vaporeon, Wobbuffet, and Weezing are decent.
Stuff.
Yeah. So he'd be fine.
He has some decent defensive walls.
Yeah. Tier 1 Dougie is I think it's good. Evan, you drafted Tier 1 Dougie before, didn't you?
I drafted Tier 2 Dougie, actually.
No, it's Tier 1. It was Tier 1. Was
it in the WB? Yeah. It
was Tier 1.
Yeah, probably.
It was Tier 1.
It's good. No, it's good because it forces
prep.
It also is just good at trapping things, and with like the number of Pokemon that you'll see, like Kyurem and stuff, you can trap Reversal, Terrakion can be trapped, Zero Aura can be trapped as well. So I think it definitely has the use in draft, I think.
Yeah.
Or in general too. It's just really good in terms of being able to get rid of or eliminate Pokemon that pose problems. Like with Dugtrio Wobbuffet, he can do that.
Are any abilities banned? Libero on Cinderace, but these mons can use all their abilities, and they can use their hidden abilities too if they want to. So, that is Poetry in Motion. Next up, we have the Portland Nightshaders. I love their logo. And we have G-Max Tosh. I thought we banned that. I thought we banned. What do you mean, which one?
Oh,
I swear we banned that. That was on our ban. Let me look at the APA right now. That was on our ban list.
Yeah, there's some cheating. There's some
cheating going on.
Something's not right here. There's some cheating going on.
Let me look at the tier list. Yeah, it says they removed Snom from the tier list.
Ooh.
That's crazy. Anyway, so right now we obviously have the meme pick of Snom, but then you just see all the offense in like Terrakion, Toxtricity, Kyurem, and Rotom Chandelure. So I got them to unban. All right, John Jr., you got this, bro. If you want to join the call, you can. John, this is your team, right? You can join the call. if you would like to talk about your draft. Snom is a meme pick, though I do have a moveset guide in like the back for Snom that's been made for like 3 months.
I'm pretty glad that Snom was also picked. I got Frostmoth, so Snom can kind of like use Frostmoth as a father figure in a sense. So I like that.
Yeah, I like the stealth rock options, decent stealth rock option. Moa, you just okay. Wait, hold up. Moa, you just missed your draft.
Don't man.
Oh, hold up. Wait, John, we'll go back. We'll go back. Moa, what you think about your draft, bro? Talk about your draft.
You want to talk about my draft? Okay,
Yeah,
okay. So first and foremost, let me go ahead and lead you off with the Pokemon I drafted first, which was...
It's on the screen. It's on the screen if you want to look at my stream.
Hey, help me out here.
It's G-Max Charizard is right there, and so is Doug
No, that
Trio.
wasn't his. No, I
Doug
just loaded
Trio.
his first pick.
Doug Trio.
I just looked at my...
Doug Trio.
Pretty sure his first pick was
Okay, so my first pick, I chose Doug Trio because I really wanted to, tech out and deck out somebody. You feel
Tech
me?
out,
Like
deck
the-
out.
like
There
the
you
little-
go. Take him
like the
and
little
take his
skateboard,
team.
you
Send
know?
that man and send his team, bro. Tech
Yeah.
deck dudes are fire.
You already know. There you go. Do y'all remember the little skateboards, the little tech boards?
Yeah,
That's
the
what I was
thumbs.
thinking.
The thumbs that
Yeah.
would do it. I DM'd your team, by the way, Moe.
There you go. Perfect. This is beautiful. Oh, and you put your face in there too. That's like even more amazing. All right. Let's see. So the next pick I chose was probably Rotom Heat. Now, Rotom Heat, the Heat stands for fire. And
Yeah.
that's what that pick was, okay? The third pick I chose was Charizard. At this point, I was like, yo, what am I going to choose for my G-Max? And there weren't a lot of options left. So I just chose one that I felt like I could reliably put some other like balanced mons around
Uh-huh.
and have a decent offensive threat, which is what Charizard is. Unfortunately, it's not a regular Charizard. It's not powerful, but G-Max Charizard will do good enough for me. You feel me?
Alright,
And
yeah, I
then
feel that.
from there, I chose
It's been going through his
chose,
entire draft. Yo, are you putting up a draft video, by the way? Like after the stream?
I'm
gonna put it up tomorrow.
I got mine going up at 4 for everybody wondering.
Sure.
What do you think
Yeah.
about not having a fairy type for dragons?
So I was thinking about. I was like, bro, what am I gonna do about dragon types? Like, if I come across a dragon, I might be fucked. But the only real dragon threat that I'm scared of, because most of the dragons have been neutered or banned already. Only real dragon that's scary is Dragapult.
Yeah.
Like, name another one.
Aren't you fighting that week 1?
Exactly. So
Okay.
I already have my plan for Dragapult, so I'm not worried about it.
Nice.
Thank you for asking. And then aside from that, you feel me? I got Weezing. You feel me? Weezing has a variety of abilities like Levitate.
Mhm.
And then I got Shed Ninja, which has a variety of abilities like Speed Boost. And then I got Wobbuffet, which has a variety of abilities like
An infiltrator,
Shadow Pass.
yes. Variety of
Yeah,
abilities.
like
No.
all that.
None of them are
Variety.
one dimensional
Are
at
we
all.
just gonna skip the fact that he called it Shed Ninja?
That's what it's called, right?
It's ninjas.
It's the same thing. And then I got Halucha, which is a decent offensive threat, which can be used with terrain. I have terrain setters in Rotom and in Charizard. You don't even know how Charizard is a terrain setter. You didn't even do the math yet.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, max overgrowth. Yeah, you're right.
What'd you say?
Max overgrowth. You're right.
Oh, you just did the math. I'm proud of you. And then you can also use White Herb on Halucha, you feel me, to also boost it up that way. So sometimes you don't even need the terrain, you feel me?
Yeah.
And then we
Rotom
got
learns Mr. Terrain.
Durant because I'm back to
Terrain.
teched out. You already know.
Tacked out,
Tech,
decked
and
out.
plus,
Yeah.
not only is Durant full of technology and other amazing technological advancements, it also is very powerful with Choice Band and Hustle.
Uh-huh.
And then I got did I name every Pokemon? Oh, and then I got this useless piece of shit called Cramorant.
Wait, you didn't talk about Morpeko. Morpeko's a goat.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't talk about Morpeko. Morpeko is the GOAT. Dude, Morpeko is so slept on. I don't know why it's in tier 4. I was honestly, if you go through my whole draft, Doug Trio, Morpeko are my best picks. The rest of my picks are complete garbage. I want everybody to sleep on me. Please sleep on me. And yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and like I said, Cramorant is trash. If John is watching this, Cramorant is trash, and it's called Phil with an F.
He is right there watching. It's called Phil with an F. Nice. Well, thank you for joining us for that, Moet. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Moet.
Feel free to
Does that
upload.
mean you want me to leave now?
You don't have to leave if you don't want to.
That's what it sounds like. That's what
You
it
don't have
sounds
to
like.
leave. You can say, I gotta do a
You're
sponsor
welcome.
stream after. I would actually love if you joined me. But okay, so let's go back to John, which we skipped, kind of. But yeah, Envy, what do you think?
Oh,
about...
you skipped John to do. Yeah.
No,
yeah,
no,
John.
we went back.
Double middle fingers, John. Double middle fingers, John. What?
So we have the Nexus is not in this, unfortunately.
No, but he's with us in spirit, as I said before.
Yeah, he has a whole bunch of great Pokemon. Then he has a Snom right there. Don't let Snom's size fool you. It does not know how to use it. So
No,
like, this...
I really do like the combination of Webs
Hey, Giff.
plus Snom.
Yeah.
Webs plus Snom is fantastic.
Yep. It is a great. He does have a great web setter.
Yeah,
in
but then
the,
I guess he also has other stuff too, like Webs Terrakion, Webs Kieran, Webs Toxtricity Gmax.
Yeah,
Webs
Web Chandelure. He has
Yeah.
nice like, little trick room option as well. I think Swoobat gives him a nice little speed tier in between Rabambi, forcing Pokemon like Cinderace to actually run max speed, which is or near max,
Yeah.
which is pretty big. And yeah, his hazards include rocks and sticky web, so it's not bad. I think it's a pretty like offensively based build that has like some defensive pivots in Rotom and Chandelure. And that's it. And there is a Snom. Snom is not 6-0ing anybody. Snom, I'm gonna tell you when week Snom is coming out. There's only 2 times Snom is coming out. If by week 7 John Jr. is out, or if by week 7 John Jr. is in with the playoffs. That's it. That's the only time Snom is coming out. If he's won or if he's lost, that's it.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be no kill captain. That boy is not getting any kill. Let me look at. Now look, I do have a Snom move pool right here that's been waiting. But if we look at Snom's thing, it does have ice scales though. That's a really good ability with the Eviolite, and it's base 30 and base 30 HP and special defense. Very very nice. It gets Bug Buzz, Icicle Spear, Rest and Sleep Talk, and Mirror Coat. So if it somehow lives in Ember, it might be able to Mirror Coat it back.
I guarantee it will, due to the fact that if you run the Chinese EV spread of 204, so this is level 50, right? So if you run
This is made up.
204
This is made
HP, 12 defense, 36 special attack, max def, and 4 speed with ice scales and a violet as your item, you'll be able to tank a
I want everybody to know
plus,
this is made up.
you'll be able to tank a
Hella made up.
+2 Ember from
He's making this all up on the spot.
+2
No, I
Ember
did
from
the
what? Who's going for +2 and using Ember? Who even has +2 and uses Ember? I guess Salazzle could do it.
yeah.
I just want to let everybody know A-Drive is also on stream. But yeah, so I mean, this is like, I mean, it's a fun team. Don't get me wrong, it's a really fun team. It looks like a really fun team. And
It's a fun team. You know what that means.
look,
to say the truth.
no, look, it has great Pokemon in Terrakion, Kyurem, Toxtricity, Rotom. Like I can't deny it has great Pokemon. I'm just saying the Snom just makes it. Yeah, like the Snom. Don't let the Snom distract you from the good Pokemon on the team. And the final team, the Baltimore Beedrills.
Monotui.
Oof. Monotui has picked up a great team right here. We have Gmax Melmetal, which is fantastic. Clefable, which is fantastic. He has Dracozolt plus double Sand. And like we said before, Sand Rush is allowed. Sand Rush is allowed. So he can use Dracozolt plus Sand. He has Reboot for thumbnails as well, plus Libero. So Reboot has Libero. Inteleon has Sniper. And all he needed to do was draft Grookey, and he would have had the terrain as well. Like with that, but I think Haunter is definitely a tier 5 that's solid. That's shown its worth, and he has some great defensive pivots in like Mandibus, Anaconda, Clefable, Gigalith. Roserade gives him hazards as well, spikes, T-spikes, a grounded poison type, and he has a spinner as well. Though he does have hazard control in Mandibus. I think Mandibus is good hazard control. He could have drafted Thwacky.
His
Who has
water
great-
switch-ins are a little bit frail,
Limited,
I guess.
But Roserade can be really bulky.
Roserade can be. On the physical side, maybe not as much, but like let's say the Dracovish comes through.
Yeah, Dracovish is gonna be a little bit scary for him, but I feel like he's gonna Melmetal can G-Max and then
Yeah. Like there's good checks.
so he'll be all right. But Monatui's here.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hello.
Hey man, it's been a
Welcome.
minute since I heard your voice. Ever since I hacked you in the GBA and started doing interviews.
Great times.
Why don't you talk about
Thankfully,
your team, bro?
we don't got to worry about remembering our Mega Bracelet these days, so we're good.
Oh, I remember that. That was the very first week, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That
very
was-
first week that boy did not have a
Yeah,
Mega
yeah.
Break. I thought he wasn't against Dynamite. What's it called? Megaing for a reason, and then that is not the case.
That's right. And Joey thought Max or Z move, Shattered Psyche, whatever was gonna be physical.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah, I
times.
did. Good times indeed.
So I've been around Draft League a while, and this is definitely like the fattest team that I ever drafted. Like G-Max, Melmetal, Clefable, Mandibuzz is disgusting. I definitely wanted to have some fun with a couple of the new mons. I love Dracozolt and I love Sandaconda. A big part of this draft is so many different things learn some way of paralysis. So we got Sandaconda with Glare, Roserade, Stun Spore, Clefable 2, and Melmetal 2-Wave. That's going to be real nice if I decide not to G-Max on Melmetal right away and I want to just Paraflinch everything down. Plus, T-Wave speed control helps things like Dracozolt, Hitmonchan, maybe even something like Roserade that are a little bit, maybe not necessarily the fastest things that can, outspeed things after the T-Wave.
Yeah.
Or not. I'm real happy with the team. I think it came out very well. Hopefully I'll be able to wish pass into Melmetal all game and just
Let
beat
it live.
everybody
Yeah,
down.
I feel like that's the biggest thing that you have with Clef. It's kind of like using Clef Excadrill. You just pass it to it on the fairy types, and it's so bulky. I think one of the big things, like you said, you don't have to G-Max. You can para and do things from there. It kind of sucks that we have to hold Pokeballs. I would have loved, like Moet, what are you doing,
Hello.
Moet?
Yo, going to jail.
Uh-huh. It sucks that we have to hold Pokeballs, but I really love that your team makes use of unreleased abilities in Pokemon. That's my favorite thing. That boy got Libero, Reboot, Sniper, Inteleon, Sandrush, Dracozolt, and G-Max Melmetal.
What happened to the Grassy Surge Grookey? Come on.
Thwacky, bro. Thwacky's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but on the real, I wanted
There's
to, on the real, I wanted a spin blocker, but looking back, definitely should have hit that up. Thwacky usable.
Hey, I mean, you could still get it. I'm just saying.
You're right, we can make
You can
changes.
trade. You can make a trade. Thwacky might end up being it by the end of the season, and then you'll have every single starter.
That's right. You never know. Maybe Thwacky gonna 6-0 a team.
Yeah.
I see it. I'm gonna pick it up.
And they're not evolved either, so you're basically Ash Ketchum because only one of them is evolved, and then the other two aren't. Like that's it. So Montu will be the Ash Ketchum of this league.
Yeah.
Hopefully that doesn't mean he loses when it counts most. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us, bro. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Have a great day, everybody.
You
too.
too.
So are these going to be on Wi-Fi with all their unreleased stuff? Yes, they are going to be on Wi-Fi. The unreleased stuff is allowed because the way we do it is via LAN mode, and LAN mode doesn't check it bypasses the hack checks that are used online. So we basically fool the switch into thinking we're right across from each other. Yeah, the G-Maxes have to hold Pokeballs. That's the only way that they can be legal in this. And yeah, so that actually lets us use those type of things. But all right, guys, what was your favorite draft? We'll go through the pool one. I mean, what was your favorite?
Well, in pool 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Besides yours.
Besides my own draft, of course.
Which
I
didn't
really
exist.
do- I really like the G-Max Pikachu team a lot. I think. Yeah, actually, yeah, it's okay. No. Which one did I like most? What was Panthers team?
Panthers
Clefables?
team was the right here.
Clefables? Let me see that one.
Look how there's like double jam, by the way. I think that's so funny.
Yeah.
We have Panthers team right now.
Let's see. Where? Oh yeah. I like that one. Like that's a really cool one.
Yeah, it's
Other
a
than
solid.
that-
I like this build a lot.
Who's?
I like Panthers a lot. I think Panthers is like a really, really cool build, and it takes advantage of Dragovich and whatnot. I play him week
Yeah.
1 actually, so that'll be fun.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, I had to play everybody this week because I'm going on vacation, so I already played them. But I did not know that Dragovich could still use Sandrush.
No spoilers, bro. No spoilers.
Hey, Graham Cracker. Yeah, I didn't realize that I wasn't the only one. I was the only one cheating. Now, if we go back to pool,
Sounds like you learned something.
well, today, yeah. I mean, I had a gas
Yo,
gun.
show my draft again.
Your draft.
Oh, after.
I'll show your
Yeah,
draft.
show my draft again.
I'll show your draft. I'll show your
Yeah.
draft right now.
Yeah, let me just take a look at
Oh,
it
it's this
once more.
image right here. My bad.
It was like, hold on, I want to see if mine is really
Thank
my
you,
favorite
AJ.
or not. Hold on a second, let me make sure.
Like, yo, guys, look at that draft right there. Ooh.
Who
these
drafted
Pokemon
this?
are
This shit look
fantastic.
trash.
No, yeah, wait, Mo.
I mean, what
Oh,
happened?
look at, dude. It's got, dude.
Well, our pool doesn't mean anything. Pools were just for drafts. We can still play
Bro,
each
I
other.
drafted this
Like
during
I
Black
play
History
Moat.
Month.
I play Moat week 2.
I got this team during Black History Month. Look at these Pokemon.
What is that?
No,
What does
no,
that
you didn't.
mean?
Stop it.
What is that supposed to be?
Moed, do you know what it means?
Stop it.
I don't know what that means. We're just gonna ignore what MV just said right now. and we're gonna go back to pool 1. But yeah, that's basically it for the APA. If you guys want to check out everybody, do !APA, and you can.
Links in the description.
You can go to their Twitter, and they'll be linking everything there. I hope that Madagascar Panther makes a playlist every week for all the battles. It's a 12 freaking week season. Battles start going today. Team builders will go up. Today, team builders will go up, and or not team builders, but draft analysis. And March 8th on Sunday, you guys will have the first week of battles. So that'd be a lot of fun. MV, thank you for joining me. Moet, thank you for being here as well.
Thank you for having me. Great teams overall, everybody. And
yeah, I'm not done. I have a sponsor stream to do as well. So if y'all actually want to help me out, do !Crystal and sign up for that giveaway. I'd appreciate you. Because I got 2 hours on a sponsor stream that I'm about to do. So we about to be here for 2 hours.